Why is my camera frozen like that? Come on now. Miss Side Nerd, um, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. I don't know. I think my camera just died though. Uh, on like not the great. That's not like my favorite pose of all time. Um, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm actually also ready to go to bed, but we must do what we must do. So, uh, I figured I would go ahead and get my stream in so I can wrap it up for the night. Um, my software is like not working very well. Yeah, it's like my camera's frozen. What is even what that what? Wow. It's all good though. I'm definitely about to go to bed actually, but oh my camera died. Okay. My camera died. What does this camera look like? Here's my face. No, I'm doing good. I'm battling with. I just want to talk about this for a minute. I'm battling with my energy levels right now, and I'm having to remind myself of what my last few months have been like, because yesterday I've been tired for the last couple of days, but I've also been having a weird sleep schedule for the last couple of days too, so that doesn't help. But yesterday, um, and maybe the last 2 days or so, it was like I'm more tired than I have been, and I came to the realization that I think I'm still getting used to my new kind of like workflow, if that makes sense. So I teach for some programs. Some of those programs I personally run. Some of those are programs that um, are like run through a specific company with universities, right? But so I teach. I take teaching assignments basically, and then I've been doing client work. I do I do a new MVP cohort, like work with a new founder for a cohort like 2 to 3 times a year, basically 3 times a year. I start with a new founder. So last, what was it? Last, well, this last couple of months, basically, um, especially these last couple of weeks, I've been working with two founders, right? I have one founder that was like just freshly coming through the program, so just the 6 weeks of building on their MVP, the very start of their MVP, and then the other um, pair of founders that I've been working with since the fall and getting their app into beta. So I have both of those things on my plate at the same time. And then on top of that, I moved in November. I moved it in the middle of November. And then I started the 365 days of code on the first of the year. So I've just kind of been in like a, I don't know, kind of more so in a grind mode for the last few, especially for the last few weeks. Um, yeah, so it's kind of like, I don't know, you know how your bladder is, where when you might be out all day and you're like, oh, you gotta go to the bathroom, but like you can hold it and it's not that bad. But then as soon as you get to the door of your house, all of a sudden, like, it feel like your bladder is about to explode. I don't know why I'm thinking of that example, but that's like one of the best ways I could think about it, or like kind of explain it. It's kind of like that, but like with my energy level. So I think that because I was on my, my work sprint, so to speak, like I was on my heavy sprint, and I was just going, powering through. But now that I can like breathe a little bit, yeah, my body is like, okay, can we like get our energy in? Like, can we get our sleep in? Um, and it was weird to me for a hot second because I'm like, why am I so tired? And I'm like, oh yeah, duh. Um, I'm not sure why, but for some reason, it wasn't really, my brain wasn't going there. When I was realizing like my energy levels was low. I think maybe there's some other things I could possibly do that could help, but I think really, um I just realized this because that's kind of how last year went. All last year, I was kind of like on and off, right? I would be like, oh, I have to teach for this program for like 4 weeks straight. Plus, I would usually have like multiple programs running at the same time, and then I would have like downtime. So just kind of mentally getting more comfortable with that cycle, and how that's working for me, and how to work around that as well. So it's like, instead of judging myself for being tired, because of course, like, I am doing a lot, and I understand that. Um, but remembering that sometimes the pace that I'm going at is temporary. I have to slow down, as well, and just kind of, I don't know, it's just something about reframing my mindset around that shift, because I'm not on like a typical 9 to 5 where it's like, oh, you know what, I just get up and work 40 hours like each week and it's just normal. No, sometimes sometimes I pulled a couple all-nighters in the past couple of weeks. Um Nothing like crazy, but just, I'm like, if I think back on it, I really think about it, I've definitely been doing a lot. um Even though it's starting to get more natural for me. I was kind of getting into a rhythm. I think that was the problem. I started to get into a rhythm, and then once it slowed down, I'm like, wait, is this supposed to be is this supposed to be happening? I don't know, it's kind of weird to describe it, but that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. So um now that I'm a little, well, I'm not gonna say I'm in between, but I'm in between on projects, and yeah, it's a good thing. Um I got some breathing room now, so it's like, okay. Once my mind really adjusted to that, like, okay, you got some breathing room right now. It's like, oh, okay, that's great. Yeah. So today I just kind of tried to get some rest today. Um, like, I can never really sleep or like get too much rest per se. Like, it's not like I could just lounge around and not do nothing because I have a whole 2 year old. But um, it feels nice to have those moments of like, okay, the pressure is low, so I can recharge and kind of figure out what the next project phase is going to look like, because I do know that the next big thing for me is going to be like an ML project. Um I am preparing myself as far as like kind of doing research and figuring out what the stack is going to be. But yeah, um I'm like, I think I'm realizing now I definitely need to take advantage of my downtime when I have it. And I just don't get, I'm like really trying to figure this out. Like, why was it so, now it makes sense to me. Like, oh duh, this is how your life been going for like over a year now. But I think just the not really chaos, but like the the busyness of moving and trying to keep everything still going in flight, then turning around and having a new group start, having the other, like, having multiple apps going. It was just so much going on. And then this 365 days of code, like, this is officially, well, tomorrow, technically, because this is the stream for the 28th, but this is 2 months in, like 2 months of streaming every single day. So, like, I'm getting used to it, and I think that's the thing. Since I'm getting used to it, I forget how much energy I'm spending and how much work it actually is, to do this all the time. especially since I don't always get this in at the most optimum time of the day. But that's something I'll be working on. Just um, I am entering this era of my life where I highly value getting rest, getting sleep. Something about, I don't know if it's because I'm like in my 30s now. I don't know if it's because I got this toddler running around or what. I think it's also, it can be those things, but I think it's also the moving into a more critical, I guess, critical level of things that I have to work on and things that I have to do. Not that I wasn't doing like complicated or, very technical or advanced work when I was younger, but like, I don't know. Everything's going to the next level basically. And I think that just requires a different version of me. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely in the phase now where I was like, I appreciate getting some sleep in general. Um, I don't feel like I'm getting old. It's just I didn't value I used to be tired and stuff when I was younger. I just don't like I'm used to pulling all nighters and doing this and doing that. Like I don't subscribe to that. I'm only like 32 years old. I'm not old, but um it's nothing different about my experience now except back then I didn't care about like chugging energy drinks all the time. I didn't care about like if I had an attitude the next morning just because um I didn't get any sleep. Or like I said, now I have a son, so it's like um I could just be like, oh, you know what, I'll stay up all night and then go to sleep for like, most of the day or something like that. It's not really that simple for me to do that anymore. So um I could I could still be that person, but I've grown up a little bit more to the point where I'm like, yeah, I can do those things, but I don't want to be that person basically. If that makes sense. So, yeah, I'm really just I'm not here for long, y'all. I'm actually about to go take my butt back to bed because tomorrow I have to teach. I have to work on my curriculum for my program, and then what else do I have to do? I need to do a little bit of work into scoping out one of my projects and kind of checking on one of my other projects. And then I'm working on getting this program launched so we can do the free code camp curriculum, like teaching material that is based around the free code camp curriculum. Um, I'm really excited to do that. I think that'll be definitely like a value add to the community, and hopefully will support some folks along the way. So um, we're going towards the end of this quarter. So coming into March, I think this is gonna be like a goal reevaluation day, just to make sure that see how I'm tracking on my goals and everything like that. I do always encourage folks to kind of you want to revisit your goals, see how you feel about it, see if you're on track. Like, don't wait to the end of the year and find out like, oh shoot, I didn't do nothing I said I was gonna do. And you can very easily get caught in that trap of like you're doing things and you're maybe going from project to project, maybe going from task to task, and you feel like, oh yeah, I'm so busy, I'm getting stuff done, and then yeah, maybe you got some stuff done, but then you didn't actually focus on the things that you said you were going to. So I don't want to get caught in that trap. So yeah, that's kind of where I am today. So it's so funny too because sometimes when I don't want this to seem bad at all. Sometimes when I'm only gonna come on here and like maybe have like a quick update or something, I kind of feel awkward. I'm not gonna say awkward, but it's like I'm spending enough time on Twitch now to where y'all be in here as soon as I be online, and I go online at any time of the day or night. It don't even matter. And then I'd be like, oh no, I'm just gonna like hop on real quick for like 5 minutes and just like, you know, get my thoughts out there for the day or something. And then we end up with like a whole chat full of people, and then I'd be up for like 3 hours. So that's a good problem to have, honestly. It's just something I've been reflecting on in the past couple days too, because like maybe like a month ago, if I would have just hopped online and when I would hop on like 5 minutes in, nobody would still be here, you know. I would have time to like warm up. Now it's like y'all be running in here and I'm like, hold on, I'm about to go back to bed. So but I appreciate it so much, like y'all don't even know. We here for it. Seriously. I really do appreciate it. So that's a good problem to have, and that also gives me the motivation personally to be like, okay, you know, as you are starting to really put the time into your streaming and growing your streaming, you know, you got to be prepared for people to actually be here. Like, that's a good problem to have. Back in the day, I used to be like just me, myself, and I, streaming to me, myself, and I for a while, and that was okay too. It's a part of the process, but this is a different this is a different problem to have. So, but I appreciate y'all. I be having to hurry up and get out of here before somebody raid me with all they with their whole audience, like coding with strangers. I think that was him the other night. I was like, I'm gonna be on here for like a few minutes. We was on here just chatting for like a straight 2 hours, just talking about tech stuff. So it is an amazing, awesome problem to have, and y'all are wonderful humans for real, because I don't even know where it be coming from. And then people don't even be getting notifications, and like some of us can't even get notifications for the stream, and then it be people here like instantly. So I appreciate it. Miss Sight Nerd ain't even supposed to be up right now, so we all about to go to bed. But yeah, I'm just I guess I'm just reevaluating, and it probably is natural because it's the end of the month. We got our leap day, so we gotta do something. I don't know what's special about the leap day. What's special about that? This is the extra day of the year, so something symbolic about it. But I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to stream much earlier tomorrow, because I know tomorrow after I get done teaching, I'm gonna be ready to be donezo. So I'm trying to get my mornings back together so that I can just kind of get my work in earlier, at least this aspect of my work in earlier. My son is he was up at 6 a.m. Oh my God. And he did not take a nap all day long. That's the real reason why I was like so tired today. He would not go to sleep. I woke up at 6. He was up when I was up. So I just went ahead and let him get up. And then he did not take a nap the whole day. Every time I tried to put him down for a nap, he just powered through. And then we were supposed to go to like a praise night. It was a worship night for my church, and they had like got a theater that's over down here, and it was like a whole concert thing, and we were supposed to go. I was like, that's not even a good idea, because we got to like, it was 6 o'clock and he still hadn't taken a nap at all. I'm like, as soon as I get there, because it was like they opened the doors at 6:30 and it was gonna start at 7. And I'm like, you know, my mommy brain is starting to develop. So I'm like, if I go down here, I promise you, as long as he been up, it's time for him to fall asleep, like now. So I was like, okay, we just gonna stay home. He was asleep at like 6:30, 6:45. He was out. So I was like, I think I did the right thing in that regard, but ain't nobody about to be fighting with this little boy, because he would have got there. He would have been so aggravated, irritated, and I would have still ended up having to turn around and come back home. Because ain't nothing like no toddler that's just all over the place, acting wild, trying to fall out, irritated. It's like, I didn't tell you to stay up all day. I tried to tell you to get some sleep, but you didn't want to listen to me. So, I don't know. That was just my little rant, because I'm like, why would you stay up? Why would you do that? But who am I to talk? I see a lot of myself in that little boy. Besides the fact that he looks exactly like me. So yeah. My goal is to start working on my morning routine a little bit more and start getting. I was consistently waking up at like 5 in the morning, and I kind of been all over the place. Like times like this, like getting online late, it does interfere with that. Not gonna lie. And just in general, trying to find the right kind of flow. So I have like multiple times this week I was up early in the morning, but I'm just trying to get to a point where it's like it feels good to be up that early. And maybe it's never gonna feel good to be up that early. I just gotta start dragging myself out the bed. But daylight savings is coming up. That's gonna make a big difference for me. Well, maybe not. The summertime is coming up though. That's gonna make a big difference for me, because as the days get longer, the sun starts to rise around like 6 in the morning. So usually once the sun, it's way easier for me to be up once the sun is out. Even if it's just like sunrise. When I start seeing sunrise, I can I can emotionally accept that the day is starting. So I'm about to go ahead and go to bed though. And I will definitely be seeing y'all tomorrow. I gotta I'm gonna put it on my to-do list. I gotta work on this stream setup, because I'm glad it's dark in here. Y'all can't really see the craziness going on, but I got stuff back there that's supposed to be like getting hung up on the walls, and I got a lot of projects in flight. All right, so I hope y'all get some sleep too. Miss Signer, it's way past your bedtime. And I will definitely see y'all tomorrow.